Hello and welcome to the stream. So Wednesday night we've got a full house in. Games will be starting shortly, so please bear with us. We'll just get the last of the cameras all set up, ready to go. It's quite a warm night, so we'll see how the players get on, but we've got a full mixture of players tonight, so it should be a good stream. Let us know in the comments how you think the night's going. But the first game, ETA at 5 to 10 minutes, so just bear with us while I get some of the bits in the background set. We're ready to go. First game of the night is going to be two-shooter flip. Sorry about that, phone went off right at the wrong moment. So two-shooter flip. No, I'm not. It's all going wrong tonight. It's going to be Team Deathmatch. Team Deathmatch is going to be our first game of the night. So ETA is about 5 minutes. We're just throwing in the last couple of players and getting ready. So Team Deathmatch. Okay, so players are just about to enter the arena. Some of them are already there, so we'll get the camera switched over for you. Let's just do that. Chris has just stepped away for a second, so just got me at the moment. He'll be back soon. So the first game we're playing tonight is a team deathmatch. In team deathmatch, nice and simple. All you have to do is basically shoot the other team. The team to shoot the other team more obviously wins. The way we calculate that is with a little spawn counter. So in both spawns we've got a little button. You'll see the players as they respawn. They'll press the little button. The white light will go out, and then yeah, they'll respawn, and that will tally up. The team to have the least amount of spawns at the end of the game is obviously the winning team. It's a few little gremlins again today. I think Chris is just dealing with those now, but everything's working that we need. Let us know what the sound levels are like. Someone had messed around with all the sound, so give me a couple minutes. If it sounds a bit funny, I'll sort it all out. We're just waiting on the last couple players to leave the safe zone. Okay, so as you can see, those bottom two cameras, those are our two spawn points for the arena. Can't really see it right now. It'll be a bit more apparent when the game starts, but there is a little button on the walls there, a little black square if you can see that. How do you join Airsoft? So you just have to find a site and book in. Really, it's pretty simple. Just find a place, ask to book in. You can do rental packages. We do rental packages. There's probably a place local to you. I imagine. Oh, thank you for following Cheese Muffin Man. Interesting name. But yeah, there's probably a site local to you. A lot of them are pretty hidden, but all you really need to do is just find your just type in your sort of area and then Airsoft site, and you'll probably find something. There's like hundreds of sites around us, which is cool, and obviously we've got this one upstairs above our shop. It varies from site to site. So we charge, it depends what you want to do. So tonight for an evening session it's £15 to play, and if you need a rental gun it's £10 on top, so it's like 25 in total to play for the evening. If you do a full day, which most places do on the weekends, it can cost a little bit more. I think for a full day it's £15, I believe, and then for the rental that is, and then it's like £30 for the full day, which has got food included as well. Here we go, game's about to start. But yeah, it varies. Usually it's around like sort of the £45 mark if you're renting for a whole day usually. It looks like one of the teams hasn't realised the game started. The greens there on the right, they haven't really moved. Unless I think that might have been a mistake game start. Yes, it was. More gremlins. We've got a lot of technical gremlins today. Yeah, Dan just confirmed with me that the game didn't start there. I think they're just still waiting on a couple players in the safe zone. They had an accidental start. So we've changed our targets today. So you'll notice we've got targets in the arena too, which you don't usually have. It's just something quite unique to our arena. Are your friends playing tonight? That's cool. Who's your friend? I'm sure you'll probably be able to point them out. It's hard to tell who's who at the moment in the arena. Everyone wearing masks. But yeah, we usually run targets in our arena. You'll see these little red and green lights flash up. They just sort of add a little bit like of uniqueness to our arena. We can play like all sorts of different game modes like Domination and like capture the flag and things on those targets, which is quite cool. So Dan, our marshal there, he's just making sure the players are ready. And they had a bit of a late start. Some of them are raring to go. Some of them not so much. They're on the red team. So yeah, the red team is the one on the left-hand side. That's their spawn. And obviously the green team is the other side. I think the red team have got blue armbands just to confuse you a little bit more. Alright, here we go. I believe this is actually the start of the game. Yep, there we go. There's game on. So the scoreboard isn't really used in this game. It's just there to sort of add a timer for us. You always want to take pictures of airsoft. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people that do. It's a really cool thing to do as well. A lot of the airsofters really appreciate having pictures of them taken. Everybody loves being like showing off their new guns and stuff. So there's probably loads of places you can ask and volunteer to do. Some places even pay you to do it. I know one site, Driver Wood, that we do the shop for. They have paid photographers there, which is cool. We've obviously got our stream, and it's a little bit close to have cameras up there. Don't want cameras getting shot. So yeah, there you go. On the spawn cameras now, you see those guys will press that button in the spawn. When they press that, it just counts how many times that they've had a respawn, basically. What, to have pictures taken? I mean, I wouldn't particularly want to have a camera in the arena. It's probably not a good idea. It probably gets smashed. But if you're willing to do that, I'm sure we won't say no. But yeah, it's probably not the best idea. That's why we've kind of done it the way we've done it here with all the live stream cameras. We've usually got a GoPro on the Marshal as well, so you can see from his point of view, but it's just currently not working. That's one of our gremlins today. There's a lot of the green players in their spawn at the moment, which isn't particularly good. It's not going to be helping them. Although we've had that as a genuine tactic before in Team Deathmatch. Players just have not left their spawn, so obviously when they're not leaving their spawn, they're not getting shot. So therefore they're not really respawning, so it wins them the game, but it's not really a very good tactic to play. A bit of a boring one. I mean, yeah, like, I'm not the owner of this place, so you'd have to talk to Chris. He'll be back soon. He's just trying to fix some problems upstairs in the arena now. But he will be back soon. He's the guy to ask. I'm sure he won't say no. So we're just coming up to the 4-minute mark. So our games run for 10 minutes each. They're like little mini games basically. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. I think majority of them, apart from that like one instance, to be honest, do it for free. But yeah, it's a cool thing to do. A lot of people really appreciate it when you take pictures of them and all their gear. It is quite tight upstairs though, so you'd have to try and find places where you're not going to get in players' ways. Probably not many of those spots. So we've just passed the 5-minute mark, so that's the halfway point. I think I've seen the greens respawning more than the reds so far, but we'll have to wait and see. It's very difficult to tell on this one. We will eventually have the respawns on the screen for you. Oh right, I get you. So like more of just photos of the players rather than like actual gameplay. I'm pretty confident the red might be winning this one so far. So I have to wait and see though. I think the reds have definitely been respawning a lot less than the greens have. He's hiding in the middle. Seems to be doing alright. He hasn't been shot. Not quite yet. So we got just about 2 minutes left. Oh, sorry about the radio there. Got about 2 minutes left on this game. We'll see who wins. There was quite a big sort of batch of respawns there from the red team. So we'll see. It's quite like I don't think many. I'm not sure if there are any other airsoft sites that sort of do a stream like we do. Thought we'd try it, and it seems to work quite well. We have lots of interaction and lots of people watching the videos and stuff after the fact, like after we live streamed it, which is quite cool. It's sort of that little added thing to our site that we like to add, so that you can go back and watch your games as well after you've played. Got 1 minute left. Got less than 1 minute actually. You got any like an idea of who you think's going to win? The red or the greens? I have a feeling the reds might have done it, but I'm usually wrong. Yeah, we used to just we never had this sort of like talking aspect. We used to just show the games, but I think it's much better with interactions. It's so much easier to interact with your voice rather than typing, because we used to just type in the chat. But yeah, oh, that's game over. We'll see who won that in a minute. I'll find out from Dan when he checks the scoreboard in the safe zone. So everything that we do in this arena also appears on like a scoreboard, so you'll be able to see a basic one on screen, but we do have like a proper one in our safe zone. Red seems to be leading. Yeah, I would have thought so. Right, so I'll just switch over to our different screens now. There's no players in the arena, but I'll let you know the scores in a second. Okay, yeah, so yeah, the Reds did win that one. It was fairly close. It was like a very close game, but the Reds did end up winning just. We'll be doing another round of that in a few minutes' time after players just reloaded quickly, but we'll be back shortly. If I suddenly go quiet, it's because I've got to run into the shop. There might be customers. Currently in the office just out the back of our shop, so might have to just run out there occasionally. But yeah, we should be back in a couple minutes' time. In the meantime, enjoy our lovely adverts that our media team made for us, and we'll be back shortly. So depending on whether it works or not, we might have an extra camera added tonight, which will be really cool. We've got one of those 360 cameras, and we've got a zip line that goes across the top of the arena. We're going to try and incorporate that into our stream, but seems to be causing problems at the moment, so we're trying to figure that out as we speak. So hopefully we get that sorted, but we might not potentially. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out from Chris. Yeah, hopefully it'll be cool. Like I said before, we do usually run the GoPro on the Marshall's head, but for some reason all of our like our Wi-Fi connected cameras aren't working very well today. So I think there's an issue up with that. But we'll figure that out. We'll get that working again. We will potentially be moving all of our equipment upstairs as well into another office soon. So hopefully we'll sort a lot of the problems out by moving closer to the arena as well. So we are quite far away from the arena currently. We're downstairs in a different building. I'm glad that you like it. We put quite a lot of effort into this, just because it's a cool idea, I think. I believe Chris will be taking over from me shortly. I've just seen him leave the arena, so he's probably coming back down here in the office. So if this is the last you hear from me today, I'll say goodbye for now, but I might be back and forwards later. You'll probably have Chris take over in a second. So we usually aim to stream for sort of just after 5. It usually ends up being closer to 6 o'clock. Today it was about 5:30 we started, I think. But yeah, it's the usual sort of time. And then on weekends we stream, it depends on when we've got a game, but we stream from like about 9:30 to 6 usually. But yeah. Still having a few little gremlins with the cameras, but so I'm still here for now. Next round is another round of team deathmatch. So the players will be out there shortly. They'll just reloading, getting their masks back on. So hopefully just a couple minutes till the next round. So you said you're new to airsoft, did you? Or you haven't played yet? As long as it's under our limits. So our limits are 350 FPS, or like 1.14 joules. So as long as they're under those limits, then you can use it. But we don't allow full auto and stuff like that. So if it only fires full auto, then you can't use that. I mean, we've had people use really low-powered snipers and stuff in our arena, but it doesn't work very well. A bit difficult to pull off. We've had people use like rubber katanas and stuff as well, or anything really. So it's just all about fun, isn't it? So, but we obviously have to adhere to safety things, so it's got to be under the limits. Oh right, yeah. You should just like try to get a group of friends and just go try it out. Like you've probably got a few local sites to you. Just give them a ring, or even if we're local to you, come see us. I'm assuming you probably are fairly local if your friends playing here. but yeah, just come get booked in with a few friends. It'll be good fun. And yeah, I just spoke to Chris about the photography thing, and obviously, yeah, he said that's absolutely fine if you want to do that. Not a problem. Just obviously be aware that you might be at risk of your camera getting smashed. Oh, Lincolnshire. There are actually quite a few sites in Lincolnshire. I've played there a couple times. I can't remember the names, but there's a few down there. There's a few like indoor ones, a few outdoor ones, all sorts of nice places there. Oh, down in Lincolnshire. I mean, up in Lincolnshire. Yeah, that is quite a distance from us.
Yeah, I'm sure there's loads of stuff. I know there's a shop definitely in Lincolnshire. I think it's literally called Lincolnshire Airsoft. So I'm sure there's got to be sites around there. It looks like players are getting ready for the next game, so let's get you switched over to that. Yeah, the challenge burger. Yeah, I haven't even tried that. It's crazy. That it's three burgers and a kilo of chips. They're not little burgers. They're massive, like the size of your head. Okay, sounds like they're just about to get ready.
Well, game's gonna start now.
Oh, there we go. As you probably just heard Dan tell me. So we're just about to start. Here we go. Still a bit of a slow start for both teams. A bit reluctant to leave their spawns. I have days like that as well, don't worry. Especially the hay fever at the moment. Screwing my brain up. Oh, someone's got bangs. Didn't quite see that. Heard it though. Not too sure on the spawns at the moment. Looks like they've both been pretty similar. Oh, the heat. Yeah, no, I'm the same. I don't do well in the heat. I prefer to be cold so I can warm up as I choose, rather than not be able to cool down. Just sweat loads. We are actually looking into getting aircon in our arena as well, which would be nice because it does get quite hot up there in the summer. Getting quite hot up there. Last week it was boiling when we had that heat wave. Much cooler now though. Yeah, you do tend to sweat a lot when you're wearing loads of gear. I don't tend to run much gear personally. I usually just have like a shooter's belt on. I don't really run a plate carrier indoors. Some outdoors I do sometimes, but it annoys me having so much gear on. I just like having a couple mags on a belt and running around. It's hard to tell what the respawns are like because a lot of the players are just sort of mooching about in the spawns. Quite a difficult one. Yeah, I mean the minimum requirement is some sort of eye protection if you're over the age of if you're over the age of 18. You have to wear full face protection, some sort of eye protection. Sorry, but we recommend full face. If you're under 18, you have to wear full face. The words weren't working there. I couldn't English either. But we recommend covering your limbs as well. Like you'll see, I think Elliot is up there at the moment in shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah, he is the guy that's in the spawn area now with the pistol. He's gonna have some nasty marks on him later on. Especially indoors, it's a bit close. Hurts a lot more indoors. A bit different to being outdoors, but you can do it indoors and you can do it outdoor anywhere. You have to excuse my creaky chair as well. I've got a new one coming. 90% of all the gear that most of the guys wear is just for looks anyway, which is fine. I like sort of like a bit of that as well. I'm big into my sort of milsim stuff, so I have all of the proper gear, like a proper loadout with like a proper imitation like loadout on a gun and stuff like that. But not everybody's like into that. Yeah, I kind of get that. It only hurts for a second though, and then you're like, forget about it. The adrenaline sort of takes over. The places that do hurt a lot are the fingers though. I hate getting shot in the fingers. That's like the worst ever. It sucks. I had my thumb broken once. It wasn't here. It was at another place where I used to work. I was marshalling. Someone shot me in the thumb from literally point blank, and it broke my thumb. That hurt. I think ever since then I've been traumatised. That was years ago though. That was like 5 years ago or so. Been playing I've been in the airsoft sort of thing for a while. I think I remember the first time I ever got shot was while I was marshalling at a place actually, and I hadn't ever actually played airsoft. I was just kind of thrown in the deep end. I got shot in the throat. Yeah, it was alright afterwards. From the thumb, I was fine. Obviously, it was broken. My thumbnail come off as well, which was nice. Yeah, it was fine. There wasn't much there. You couldn't really set your thumb back into place. It was only sort of like a crack in the bone. It was a fracture, but it hurt. But the throat one, that hurt. But I got over that pretty quick. It's a bit of a shock. It depends where you work, really. I used to work at it was like an indoor laser tag place for kids, and they basically just took on airsoft suddenly. So it was just like, oh, we're doing this now. And I was like, oh. But that was years and years and years ago. It's better, I think, if the marshals are experienced, because they sort of know how a player thinks, and doesn't always call them out for like things that aren't necessarily what's happening, you know, like no false accusations of silly things. You do get, I've always found whenever I've played and they've been experienced marshals, so they've always been been players before they've been marshals, they've always been much better. Probably wasn't a good idea for when I started for me to just start marshalling straight away. That probably wasn't the best way to do it, but you know, it was what it was. I was getting paid, so but it got me into airsoft, which is cool. I never really thought much of it until then, and then it was cool. It was good, and now I've got a stupid amount of guns, and I've spent a stupid amount of money, but hey ho, it's all good fun. They're really good. community as well. Everyone's so friendly. You can just literally like. Well, I usually just turn up to sites on my own now. I plan to go with friends, and they don't turn up. Then I just meet people that I've already met on sites, which is nice. I think being in the shop helps as well, because we have a lot of obviously airsofters in our shop, being an airsoft shop. So you turn up to sites and everybody knows who you are anyway, so it's pretty good. Not always good though, because people tend to ask you questions. Oh, we've only got 30 seconds left in this game. Cool, I've been chatting away. That went quick. Not sure who's going to win this one. I have no idea, to be honest. I'll have to find out from Dan. Okay, that is game over. We'll find out shortly who won. Yeah, it's surprising, isn't it? We've got so much of like accessibility on the internet and stuff, and it's harder to like go out and see people. Okay, so I think it was the greens that won that one. So I'll just go to our break screen now. Yes, it was the greens. The greens win, so we've had a red win, a green win. We'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm just going to find out what's going on with the gremlins. So in the meantime, enjoy our adverts. We'll be playing a different game next. I think it will be two shooter flip, which is quite an interesting game. It involves the targets. So I will let you know what that game entails in a couple minutes time when we get closer to the game. But yeah, the players will just have a little bit of a breather and reload and stuff. So bear with us a couple minutes and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. How many games are there in total? As in, like, game modes that we have? I think we've got quite a few. We usually play... We've got, like, 4 or 5 that we kind of, like, like to go for, but I think there's like a total of like 12 games I think that we play. We just haven't tested them all yet. We've recently just rebuilt the whole arena, so it's all brand new. So we need to test certain ones, things, see if they work still. We did have we had an old layout, but we had to close for 4 months because of damage to the building basically, and it was just a long story. But yeah, we had to rebuild the whole arena. So just games for tonight. It depends how fast the players are. Sometimes we can get anywhere between like 8 to like 12 games in. Sometimes if they're really slow, they only get 6. But it's kind of like, yeah, as fast as they are, we get games in quicker. So the ideal thing is going for a game, 5 minutes later, or 10 minutes later the game ends, then have a 5-minute break, then go back in for another 10-minute game. Realistically, most of them get knackered, and they have to wait about 10-15 minutes in between games. So yeah, depends on how quick the players are really. We don't like waiting on people though, so if there's only ever one person holding us up, we try and just start the games. Yeah, as long as you're quick, it's good. A lot of places I've played at, and it's like a real pet peeve of mine, and I'm thinking it's a pet peeve of Chris's as well, is when you're just standing around waiting for ages and ages for the next game to start, because the staff aren't sort of fast enough to push you through. But luckily, Dan, our marshal, is like proper on it. He encourages people to load up as quickly as they can, chuck them straight in, so they get the most for their money, basically. It is, yeah, no, it's good exercise, as long as you're one of those people that actually runs around. You do get a lot of... Indoors, it's good exercise. You're sort of forced to move. Outdoors, sometimes it's not so much. It can be, but you do get a lot of people that do the sniper and DMR role, and they don't tend to move. I find that boring. When I use a sniper, I like to move around a lot more. I move around just as much as anyone else does, really. But a lot of people just sit in a bush, and will happily just sit in the bush for their whole game as long as they're hitting people. And I mean, I've seen the appeal to it before. I've had a couple games where I've found a spot and people just kept coming, so I just stayed there. Just shot loads of people. Airsoft is definitely better than sitting indoors playing Call of Duty on your Xbox, though. Yeah, I tend to be like that. I'm not a very objective-based player. I'll just happily just shoot at people. A lot of people don't like that. There's me now on the screen. That's me shooting. But yeah, that's yeah, it's I'm not very good with objectives, so I kind of get distracted easily. A lot of people get angry at me for doing that, but it is what it is. I'm there to have fun. At the end of the day, I don't really give a damn whether I win or lose. Try to shoot as many people as I can. I'm glad I can say that in this context as well. It's so it's a bit of an odd thing to say normally. Yeah, that was what gun was that? I think it was a PP2K, which is like a little Russian submachine gun thing. Got a little gas powered one. It's awesome. Love it. It was expensive, but I loved it. Still love it. I've got it now. Still got it now even. It's an amazing little gun. Yeah, pistols and shotguns. Yeah, we actually run a pistols and shotguns evening here on Tuesdays. We do pistol and shotguns. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, I like pistols. I did like shotguns, but I didn't enjoy the spring ones so much. They're okay, not very good performers though. And then I bought a gas shotgun and it was amazing, but it was just so much work. I had to look after it. It constantly leaked, and now it's just sort of sat in my box of broken guns. I've got a lot of them. I haven't bothered to fix it. The last time it broke, I think something sheared off. I can't remember. It was years ago. But yeah, I'm still use pistols. Pistols are my sort of go-to as well, especially for indoors. I just run a pistol. I've got a little Tokyo Marie high capper that I run on air, which is cool. But yeah, Dan just confirms with me. We're playing a game called Two Shooter Flip next. So Two Shooter Flip is a game where you basically have to convert the targets to your colours. So there'll be obviously the red and the greens. If you're on the red team, you want to make them red. If you're on the green, you want to make them green. The more you convert and hold, the more points your team gets. So obviously the aim of the game is to capture as many targets as you can and hold them for the longest time possible. The respawn thing should sort of work in this. So as players respawn, the more they respawn, the more points it takes off of their score, basically. So it's quite a cool game. But it shouldn't be too long. Players, I can just see them now in the safe zone, just sorting all their stuff out. To be honest, this one's fairly easy. They're nice, big, bright coloured targets, so quite easy to spot. Okay, cool. So it sounds like all the players are just entering the arena. So I'll get the camera switched over for you. Oh, easier said than done. There we go. Got one player there already, just sitting on the floor, who's all ready to go. So once again, this is Two Shooter Flip. Main aim of the goal is just aim of the game is to capture as many targets as you can and hold them as your colour for the longer period. Obviously, the longer you hold them, the more points you get, and the more likely your team is to win. You should be able to see the score in this one. It's quite cool. You can sort of track who's winning. It flips backwards and forwards, but obviously if, for example, the greens held more targets than the reds, then they're more likely to win. Unless they respawn loads and loads. Dan's just checking the players already. Okay, and here we go. Took a little while to start there. I think one of the players was asking questions. But yeah, cool. Dan is... Where is he? Oh, there he is. There's a few cameras that I can see that you guys can't see as well, so... if I'm talking about things you can't see, it's usually because I'm looking at the wrong cameras. So we got a fairly sort of even start. Greens are slightly ahead there. With oh, there we go, 7 on 7. So there's a total of 20 targets in the arena. So there's currently 4 still. No, 6 up for grabs still. Can't do maths. There's 6 targets uncaptured still. So they're usually all towards the corners of the arena. Everyone seems to avoid those. So yeah, the respawns are definitely active in this game. You can see the little white lights there in the respawns. Yeah, in the respawn areas. So it's fairly even. The Reds are currently holding the lead a little bit more than the Greens are. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was just dealing with that. So basically, well, it's one of our rentals, and the rental player was just getting a bit carried away, and he's done it on 2 guns now. He keeps spamming the trigger too much. But we should be able to resolve that. I've just got to pop in and out of the shop because there's a customer now. It does look like the Reds have possibly won this. They've held majority for most of the game by the looks of things, but I missed quite a fair chunk of it, so I might be wrong there. I'm not sure. Where's I can't even see the pink shoes. Sorry, I just have to keep running backwards and forwards. So. So the last 10 seconds-ish of the game, 15 seconds even. Let's see who's going to win this. I think the Reds might, but I might eat my words in a minute. We'll find out. I'm not sure. I have a feeling there's a little bit of a delay on the chat, so... oh, there we go. There's the game over. So we'll see who won. So, the Greens win, actually. The Greens, it wasn't. It was very close. It was 58% to the Greens. So that's very good, very close. They just held it sort of by that like little 8% mark there. So we'll be back with another round of that in a moment, in a couple minutes. But in the meantime. Here's our lovely adverts. We'll be back shortly, so bear with me in a moment.
Okay, so they're getting ready for the next game, about 3 minutes, and then we should have them back out in the arena. Sorry, a bit of radio chatter there with the Marshal. Yeah, it's quite warm up there tonight, so he's just saying they're just having a bit of extra time between games. So unfortunately we have a few more adverts than normal. A couple more minutes now and we'll have them out for the next game. So players are just getting themselves ready now and they'll be in the arena in just a sec. Let's get the arena cams ready to go up. There we go, we should start to see the first players entering the arena any second now.
Okay, sorry about the lack of talking. Just been really busy in the shop all of a sudden. So I think it's just a couple minutes off from the next game here. I'll have to find out from Dan what we're playing. My radio has just vanished, so give me 2 seconds. I'll just go find my radio. Okay, so this next game is Attack and Defend. This is actually one of my favourite games that we play in our arena. It's quite a fast-paced game. It can either go really quick or really slow. Okay, cool. Dan is just letting me know that we've got about 1 minute there till the game. So, in this game, the aim of the game is to basically dominate the entire arena in the fastest time. So all the targets will begin lit. One team will be the attacking team, one team will be the defending team. The attacking team will have to take out all of the targets by turning them all off by shooting them in the fastest time, basically. So it'll be 2 rounds, might even be 4 rounds. Sometimes they go for another couple rounds on this one. But yeah, it's a good fun game, this. Find out who's attacking first. Okay, so the red team will be attacking first. So they'll have unlimited lives. The attacking teams just respawn forever, basically. Whereas the defending team will have, I think, 2 or 3 lives. It's usually 3 lives each. So once they've respawned 3 times, then they're done. They have to sit in their spawn and just let the reds take over. So the reason we do that is because sometimes it can just become a stalemate, and it could just go on forever. So we try and limit it so if one team isn't being as aggressive, it does give them the chance eventually to take over the arena in a faster time. So literally less than a minute, I'm assuming. I think Dan's just doing his final checks on the players, and we should be starting. But yeah, apologies earlier. Had to dash off into the shop. Not many people in the shop today. I've got a few people on holiday and stuff, so I'm very jealous. I'm sure they're enjoying their nice holiday. It looks like the red team are ready for the attack. So you'll notice the scoreboard will be active for this at the bottom. I think it's 20 targets they have to grab. We'll wait and see when it starts. It'll tell us. It should be 20. Here we go. Yes, 20 targets. So the lights will flash 5 times and they'll be off. There they go. Bit of a slow start for the attackers, to be honest. That's quite a slow one. But they have got 8 targets or 9 targets already. 11, 12, 13. So you seem to find when it gets to about like 15, 16 targets done, it tends to slow down a bit. Oh, and Dan's turned the lights off as well. So it's very dark in our arena when the lights are off. They've only got 4 targets left to grab, and they've done that in 30 seconds, so that was pretty quick. Our fastest time on this game mode is 55 seconds, I believe. Might have been 54 seconds actually. But it's the fastest on-stream record. Apparently we've had a faster one, but it wasn't ever streamed, so I don't believe it. 3 targets left. 2 left. Or 1 left. Oh, that was so close to being a fastest time there. 1 minute, 19 targets. They've only got 1 left. It's a very fast time. They can just get that last target, which I have no idea where it is. Can't even see it. Can see the tracers going. Really cool in the dark. They seem to be holding this last target really well, even though they're all in their spawn. Maybe they just don't know where it is. And there we go. That's game over. I was just about to tell Dan they had 1 target left, but I'm sure he's figured that out. So that was 1 minute 47 seconds. That's pretty fast. Let me write that in the chat so we remember. So that is the Reds attacked. 1 minute 47. So I'll leave the cameras on because Dan will just reset. So Dan's just going to reset quick. I think it's one player just reloading fast as well. And then we'll do it again. So the greens will now be attacking and the reds will be defending. Let's see if the greens can beat that time. It started off really quick, but it didn't end up being a stupidly fast time. It was still pretty quick, but not one of the fastest. It almost was. It was so close to being the fastest time, but they just held it for that almost extra minute there. That was very good. A couple more players just suddenly realised they had no ammo. They're all just coming back out the safe zone now. There you can see him in the middle camera there, just leaving the safe zone, entering the arena. And Dan is just getting ready to start the game. Just double checking there already. Nearly. I think Dan's just about to start the game. Hopefully. Oh no, he's just checking on the greens. It's quite important in this one to make sure that the teams understand the respawn rules. Here we go, the green's about to attack. Okay, so lights off. And here we go. The green's attacking. See how quick they do it. So the reds had 1 minute 47, which is pretty quick. Not quick enough, maybe. We'll see. They got 2 in the first 5 seconds. 6, 7, 8. Target a second at the moment. Ah, and there we go. They fell off. They got half of them already, though. Over half. And under 20, so that's pretty good. 13 in 20 seconds. Not too shabby. 14 in 30. So as you can see, it's pretty dark in our arena, as our cameras have gone into night mode there. So it's quite a difficult thing to do if you don't have a torch. But in this game, the targets do emit light, so you can see. Oh, they go 15. They're nowhere near as fast as the reds were at the moment, but they've got 5 left to get, and they've got 40 odd seconds to do it. So see if they do it. (16, 17). 3 left, 3 targets left to get. And they do it in 30 seconds. But yeah, it's quite dark in our arena. The only light that is actually there is the light from the targets. Unless you've got a torch. Oh, 2 left. Come on, they can do it. 2 targets in, what's this, 10 seconds? Would they do it? 7 seconds. No, I don't think they're going to do it. Oh, no, they haven't done it. Still quite fast though. Let's see how fast they get. And there we go, they got those last 2 targets. Wasn't quite quick enough though. They did it in 2 minutes and 18 seconds, so the reds did win the attack and defend games. So let me just write that. So yeah, the reds definitely win. We'll be back shortly, I think, with another game. But yeah, well done to the reds. 1 minute 47, very respectable time. I mean, 2 minutes 18 is a pretty respectable time. It is a 10-minute game, so it's still very fast. So well done, both teams. But greens, you weren't fast enough. Sorry about that, guys. We'll be back in a couple minutes time with another game, so bear with us a couple minutes and we'll be back. not long now till the next game. I believe we'll be doing a team domination, I think, which is kind of like a tug of war style game, which is pretty cool. Good fun game. A couple more minutes. Dan's just explaining the game now, and we'll be back. Okay, everyone is just entering the arena now, so I'll switch cameras over for you guys. And here are our players. So we are playing Team Domination. So in Team Domination, it's kind of like a tug-of-war style sort of thing. So the idea is to find your colour targets and shoot them. If you shoot them more than the other team, you're going to sort of favour the points in your direction. Whereas if the other team shoot more targets than you, obviously the points are going to be in their direction. The idea is to hold the majority points for the longest time. That doesn't mean the majority targets, but it just means shoot more targets than the other team, basically. So the targets will sort of like be up in random intervals. There'll be anywhere from 2 to 20 targets active at one time, but there will always be an even number spread. So there'd be like, if there was 2 targets, it'd be 1 green, 1 red, so it's even and fair. But obviously, your team shooting more targets than the other ones, then you're going to have a better time. It'll make more sense as it starts. You'll see the points sort of go backwards and forwards. The idea is to hold the majority points. So here we go, game on. Some of them not quite ready to run. Only 1 green realised the game has started, it seems. There we go, then the other ones they're realising now. So you'll see the reds have obviously got that higher number there. As they take a point, the greens will lose a point up until it's 0 basically. So you'll see the greens are taking a few back, and it's bringing the red score down, but not quite. The reds are still shooting more than the greens. So you've got to be really active, running around trying to find your targets in this one. The idea is to probably have a couple guys focusing on making the other team respawn, while the others just hunt the targets, basically. That is what we used to call this game. We used to call it hunt the targets, but it's team domination now. Whoever dominates wins, obviously. Very backwards and forwards, but the Reds seem to be holding majority. The Greens were a bit ahead for a second, but the Reds pulled it right back, and now it's fairly even. Or the Reds taking it. Still, oh, gone even again. This is one of those games where if I talk about the score, it changes. So it's difficult for me to do. We got 7. The Reds have definitely got the domination on this, like the dominant team, I think. Holding majority of the targets, or the points even. We've still got the Reds holding the lead. I thought the Greens were going to take it again, but they didn't seem to quite do it. And the Reds taking a massive lead there. They had 10 points, where it was 2 to the Greens. Not too much to say. The Reds are definitely holding this. They're not respawning as much as the Greens are either, but I mean the Greens, some of them just haven't left the safe zone. The safe zone, the spawn. So I don't think that's helping their team much. We just have to wait and see what happens, but I have a feeling the Reds have got this one. Still 8 points to the Reds and 3 to the Greens. Reds holding that majority of points. And I think we can see why. Most of them are just in their spawn having a chat. Doesn't seem that they're as aggressive as the Reds seem to be. They're very cautious to move around corners, where you just need to kind of just go for it. You need to just run around the corner. You're only 2 seconds away from your respawn, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, one of them's getting the hang of it, but not quite. So still the Reds holding it. I think it's safe to say they've probably won this game. Yeah, green do seem to be camping in the spawn there. I tried to let the marshal know to try and encourage them to get out of the spawn, but they don't seem to be budging. One of them's pretty good, leaving the spawn consistently, but those two just don't want to seem to leave. I think they're all fairly new to CQB, to be fair to them, so it can be quite daunting sometimes, but you do need to, you know, you're going to go around the corner, have your gun up ready. You can't be slow at going around corners in this kind of arena. You've got to be ready. Not quite sure who he's even shooting at, to be honest. Yeah. Two players in the shorts and t-shirts are incredibly brave. I'm just watching that guy in that green spawn. I'm not too sure who he's trying to shoot. Can't see anyone. The direction he's pointing towards is like this kind of the center camera. So there's someone there now, but before there was no one there. Well, 1 minute left now. I think it's safe to say the Reds have definitely won this, but we'll see. I might be completely wrong. I'm not, like, I can't see anyone that they're getting shot by, to be honest. They're all taking shots from somewhere, but you can't see the guy. He's not where they're looking. Yeah, they're moving a little more now. Game's over. but yeah, the Reds did definitely win. Oh, yeah, it was definitely a Red win there. Yeah, that's why they were moving. But yeah, hopefully they're going to do a little bit of reshuffle now. I think they were just not so confident. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the next game. A couple minutes until, then we'll give them a bit of a breather and a bit of a chance to reload and stuff like that. But yeah, should a couple minutes hopefully. we'll do another round of Team Domination. So if you're just joining us, we're just on a short break. Players are just reloading and having a bit of a breather. They had a bit of an intense one just now. We are playing Team Domination, which is kind of like a tug-of-war style game. So that'll be the next round in a couple minutes time. So just bear with us until the players are ready. So enjoy the adverts while you wait. The Bifrost, yeah, we sell the Bifrosts. They're brilliant. They're really cool for gas blowbacks especially, but they work on both. All the colours of the rainbow and all sorts of stuff. They can even light up non-tracer BBs, which is really cool. So a couple minutes until the next game still. Some of the players not quite ready for another one just yet. So give us a couple minutes. We'll be back with a game for you. In the meantime, here's our lovely adverts. You can see what all sorts of stuff we've got going on in our shop and our cafe, and our arena as well. Got lots of new stock in the shop as well recently. So if you're local, come pop down, come have a visit. Weekdays are the best sort of days to see all the stock, because on weekends we run site shops as well, so half of the stock goes to those. But loads of new guns, loads of new high cappers. I think we had an order of like 32 different high cappers. So loads of different ones there, lots of different colours and things and designs. Lots of new M4s. We got the new ICS Hera Arms ones. Not new, sorry. Well, they're new to our shop, but they're really good, nice, fully licensed guns. Then we've got, I think it's an Ares SLR. So if you're a fan of like the British Army rifles, one of them for you there. We've got the new Secutor DMRs, the Rapax M6 and M7. Nice out-of-the-box DMRs, pretty good, pretty decent stuff. Got like a maple leaf rubber and barrel and stuff as stock, which is cool. What else have we got? We got a couple of TM NGRS series rifles in. We've got Storm and one of the 417Ds, I think it is. The full black one. The Storm is amazing. The AK Storm, lovely gun. I kind of want to buy one myself. We've got the Crytac P90s as well. We were looking at doing an order for the Novrich ones as well. Not too sure on what's going on with that yet, but hopefully that's sorted. We've got Spectre arms coming back in stock soon as well. Also the double, I want to say double eagle, the gas shotguns, which are cool. They're nice, cheap and cheerful ones. They're good. What else we got on that order? Some snipers. Yeah, the 416. What else? I remember off the top of my head. No, drawn a blank. Can't remember. Small pistols and things like that, I think. Like Glocks and revolvers as such. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Loads of new stuff coming in. Loads of new stuff just arrived as well. Heavyweight BBs as well. Something we haven't been able to get for a long time. We have loads and loads of 4.8s, 4.3s, 4s, like 3.6s and stuff like that. Loads of the ones that are really hard to get hold of at the moment for some reason. Tons of them. We've got tons of new 2s and 2.5s as well. We got we got all the tracers as well. We got the 2s, the 2.5s, and the 2.8s in tracers, which are cool. Bear in mind we don't use the 2.8s upstairs. We only use 2.5s. What else have we got? We've got loads of stuff. All new grenades, new reusable grenades, which are pretty cool. Can't remember what they're called, but they're pretty good. They've got like, instead of a pin, they've got like a it's like a safety lever sort of style slide on it, which is quite good. So you're not losing the pins, and then you can't use your grenade. But they're brilliant. Also got the classic army minigun too, which is very nice. The HPA version, well, the gas version that can easily be converted to HPA. I know they've just brought out a new one actually. I think it's a fully electric one, but it's even more expensive. So yeah, the minigun's cool. I've fired one. I've been shot at by one as well, and it was not pleasant to be shot by. But they're very fun to shoot at. I think you can load up to like 2,500 rounds into the actual gun itself. Some new barrels and parts and hot rubbers and things like that coming too, I believe, which was nice. Some chronographs and bits and bobs like that too. Okay, so it looks like players are just getting ready to go back out. I'll just find out. I think we were doing another team domination. I'll just find out from Dan. Okay, so the next game is Team Domination. So it's the one we just played. It's kind of like a tug-of-war style sort of thing. It makes more sense when it's actually on the screen in front of you. But basically, when you shoot a target, it'll add a point to your team. Those points can be taken away by the other team if they shoot one of their colour targets. And the idea is to shoot more targets than the other team and try and hold a bigger number, basically. So it can go up and down. Whoever holds more points in their sort of like colour for the longest obviously wins. So it's basically like whoever has the rope on their side more is the winner. And the points being the rope in this situation. Switch the cameras over so you can see all of our lovely players. We're all just getting ready, a couple more just left in the safe zone. and just doing his final checks with the players, make sure they're all ready to go. Hopefully, I think he's done a little bit of a jump up on the teams now, so we'll see how the players do. One team, particularly last time, didn't want to leave their spawn too much, so we'll see if they're much better now. Hopefully they will. Okay, Dan's just about to start the game. Here we go. There's a tiny bit of a sound delay there, so it did actually look like some of the players ran off before the game started, but no, in fact it had actually started. Fairly even start with the Greens suddenly taking a bit of a lead there. And the Reds taking it back. So now you can see kind of the points I was talking about makes sense. So you see the Reds have got 6 and the Greens have got 0. Let's pretend that's a rope, so it means that the Reds have more of the rope on their side. Now the Greens are starting to pull it back, but not quite so good. The Reds are definitely the stronger team here. No pun intended there. But so the idea is there's red targets, there's green targets. The Reds will just find their colour targets, so they're the red targets, and shoot them. If they shoot them more than the green team, then obviously they're going to be getting more points. The idea is just sort of build up points faster than the other team. Looks like the Reds are definitely holding it on their side for now. So the Reds still holding it strong here. They've got 8 points to 0, 9 to 0 now for the Greens. The Greens not doing so well. Looks like the Green player took a nasty hit to the side there. He's back in. Didn't let it bother him too much. Red's still holding it strong there. Still got a couple players not leaving their spawn areas. I'm not quite understanding the technique there. They're not going to be shooting any targets in their spawns. I'm not sure if these two are particularly cut out for the CQB stuff, but I think they are fairly young guys, so they might just not be used to it. Is fair enough to them. Yeah, I noticed that. He gets shot, limps away, or someone took a nasty shot to the balls there. Oh, and then straight back up. It didn't affect him that much, obviously. That's an interesting one. That was very strange. I'm confused. But yeah, he keeps getting shot, limping, and then going, I'm alright now. The Reds still just holding this game. They've just got one player in the safe zone. Sorting an issue out, I think, with their rig. The Reds definitely holding this. They've got 10-0 here. We did change the teams up a bit as well, so I just don't know. Not too sure what's going on. Clearly, they're just the better players, I think. Or it might just be complete flukes and just random. Just happens to be that the Reds are winning. I don't think it helps that there's all 4 green players all in the spawn currently. That's not going to help them. And there's the marshal to chase them out of the spawn. There's 3 minutes left, and there's plenty of time for the greens to sort of take it back, but I don't think it's going to happen. This may potentially be the last game of the evening as well. I'm not too sure. I'll have to find out. But yeah. Yeah, the Marshal seems to... Dan's very good at roaming around in the arena. He's currently in the green spawn. He's just making sure they actually leave the spawn, I think. Scared them off. But yeah, he's not scared to walk around any corners. He's happy to wander around, which is really good for a place like this. You really need the Marshal to be active and moving about. He's not the only Marshal though. I am technically another Marshal. I've got all eyes on the entire arena here. So we marshal from one in the arena and one on one of the cameras here. So, and we're both in radio contact with each other too. So pretty good. Almost just a minute left on this game, or a minute and a half left. And all the greens are back in their spawn again. Wait for Dan to chase them all out. It's like he's almost shoving them out with his brain. Like mentally shoving them out their spawn. So just 1 minute left now, or less than a minute left. I have a feeling the Reds have won this again. So, not too sure. I have a feeling that's going to be the case. What do you guys think? Do you think the Reds have got it again? I think the proof is in the pudding there. With that scoreboard. That is game over, and yep, no surprise, the Reds did win there. I will find out what's going on next from Dan, and I'll let you guys know. Green seemed to be a one-man army. Yes, they did seem to be a one-man army, unfortunately. I don't think they've realised the game's even over. Come on, guys. Right. I'll find out from Dan what's happening next, and then I'll let you guys know. So here's the break screen for now. Okay, so this last game, the guys are going to do some sort of juggernaut thing for one of the guys' birthdays upstairs. So we're probably not going to stream that because it's not the most exciting thing to watch on the stream here. It's a bit of a funny one, a bit confusing at what's going on. So hopefully the guys have loads of fun. Thank you for watching this evening, and thank you for interacting as well. If you've got any feedback for us for our setup here, or any feedback for the arena, or what we could change, what you like, what you don't like, let us know. We're always open to loads of feedback. If you want to watch our stream, I think we've got a game on tomorrow. Yes, we do have a game on tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow with another stream. We're then streaming on the weekend and stuff as well, I think.
Yeah, so we've got games on tomorrow. We're booked. We have got games Friday, fully booked Saturday. And we've got games on Sunday as well. So There are spaces tomorrow night, Thursday night. We've got spaces Friday night for the lights out, and we've got spaces for Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, or you can do a full day Sunday. So get yourselves booked in. We'll put the link in the chat as well. But it's 308sniper .simplybook.it. But that'll be in the chat as well. So yeah, get yourselves booked in. Tomorrow night is all guns. Friday night is in the dark, so lights out, so bring a torch, bring a tracer unit. And Sunday's all guns as well, so we've still got spaces. I think the weekend's going to be a wet one, so why go and play outside? Come and play in the dry. Yeah, get yourselves booked into that, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Cool, thanks guys.